Hello YouTube, welcome back to the channel. I feel like such a fraud. Oh my god, like, I had another record day today. It was 1.7k revenue. It's currently 8 p.m. At about $600 in ad spend. And this sounds so crazy. Like when I think about this, the static ad that I made on the first day of testing in literally under 10 minutes ended up becoming a winning ad and my best performing ad by far. So far, I think day 11 or day 12 of this new brand that I'm running. And let me just check really quickly. So yeah, that one static ad has done over 3k, almost 3.5k in the past 11 days with a 2.89 ROAS. Yeah, and that ad alone has allowed me to scale from my first day, which was 40 in spend, and then I went to 100 and 200, then 400, and I did have one terrible day where, I don't know, for some reason, I tried to scale my budget way too aggressively. I bumped it up, I think 60 to 70% overnight, because that day I had, I think, a 5 to 6 ROAS. So I was like, fuck it. I'm gonna almost double my budget. And I did that. And the next day, my entire budget ended up being spent within a single minute. And that resulted in terrible ROAS. It was, I think, I increased the budget way too much, so the ads re-entered a learning phase. And because now there was so much more money being pumped into the campaign, Facebook was trying to find a good pocket of audience and ended up, I guess, looking for a lot of pockets, but didn't end up finding any. So yeah, it was spent everything in 1 minute, like $300 in 1 minute with like a 0.6 ROAS, which was terrible. And after that, I brought it back down, and ever since then, I've just been consistent 20 to 30% increases day over day. So now I'm at 600 daily budgets, and I've just bumped it up to 750 for tomorrow. So we'll see how that does. But yeah, all the scaling, I'm able to do that because of that one single static ad that I made in 5 minutes. All the other video ads that I read from Calidata didn't perform at all. I also made some voiceover ads, analyzing all of the psychographics, the customer avatar, and going in with different angles and concepts. None of those stuck as well. And the only ad that has performed well for me for this brand is that one single static ad that I made in 5 minutes. And it's just been completely crushing it, like absolutely killing it. Consistent 3+ ROAS with sometimes, like during 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. That's usually my most profitable time period in the US time. I usually get a 4 to 5 ROAS, and that's when I wake up. So I wake up at around 8 to 9 a.m., which is 2 p.m. in the US. I wake up to a 5 ROAS, and then over the day it kind of goes down bit by bit and usually ends at around 3 to a 3.5, which is still insane. Right now, no matter how many ads I add into the campaign, I haven't added that many because it's nearing the end of the semester and there's so much schoolwork and clubs things that I need to deal with, and also my other 2 supplement brands that I am running. So every ad that I add to the campaign just doesn't get any spend, and all the spend is just going to this image ad, 99.5% of the spend. If I look at today, for example, it's spent right now 605, and out of that 612 was spent on the single image ad. It just performs so well, I don't get it. It has a 0.8 CPC with a 10% conversion rate, 8 to 10% conversion rate, with a CPA of $10, $11, right? My average order value is insanely low. Not that low, it was 36, 37, but I increased the price a tiny bit to now my average order value is around 39 to 40. But the CPA is really low. I have looked for a lot of ways to bump up my average order value. And because I'm in New Zealand and all of my audience, my customers are US and Canada. And the dumb thing with Shopify is it doesn't let you use a post-purchase funnel. Like, those apps don't work unless the currency you received is the same currency as your store default currency. So for example, my store is set in NZD because my location organization is NZ, but most of my currency is coming in USD. So because it's a different currency to the store, it won't activate the post-purchase funnel. So I can't use any post-purchase apps, which is very, very frustrating. And also the conversion rate, currency conversion plus international payment processing fee is insane. And that adds up to almost 6% of the revenue, which, yeah, so that's 6% plus the inability to use a post-purchase funnel, which it just adds up over time. But yeah, so instead what I try to do is I try to implement a email post-purchase funnel using Klaviyo. So whenever someone purchases for the first time, I will send them a follow-up email with a discount code of 40% that is valid for the next 2 hours. And I've added some complimentary products to my store. And that campaign has not gone any sale. That email flow, has not gone any sale. It's sent 150 times with a 30% open rate, which is decent, but the click rate is like 2%. And of course, the purchase rate is 0%. So the email content, the body is just tragic. So I will need to rework that to hopefully increase my average order value with these post purchases. And also part of the reason could be that my product selection for these complimentary products are pretty trash. So I'll need to do some more digging for that. However, another flow that has been working is the abandoned checkout flow. That has been sent how many times? Like 60 times, I believe. And it's gotten an average of $3 per email. So I've able to get around 5 purchases from the abandoned checkout flow. So that's pretty nice. What else? But yeah, over the past 10 days with this new store, I've just been scaling it 20% day over day. And I've been getting consistent 40% margin days. So today it's 1.7K revenue. Oh, today's on the little bit on the lower end. So today, 41% margin. So I'm at 1.76K revenue with $615 in ad spend and $303 in product cost. So total cost with payment processing fee alone today is $100, which is crazy. Payment processing plus COGS plus some other software fee plus meta ads is $1,049 for today. And net profit is $729 with a 2.94 ROAS, and the profit margin is 41%. And I don't know how to feel about this. It feels pretty unreal that I'm just sitting here farming off my image ad that I made without much thought, kind of just AFK in the head. And now it's pulling me. In the past 4 days, I've done 700 in profit, 771, 360. Yesterday was kind of a bad day because I had an issue with my Wise card. So I use Wise for all of my payments just to get cheaper currency conversion fees. And because I had a card limit set to my card, I had a spending limit set to my card. So when Meta tried to charge my card for ad spending, it was blocked and froze the card. So it froze the card at around 3 a.m. my time. So basically when I woke up, it didn't get any spend. And usually the duration where I sleep, that's when the buying intent is the highest, because It's like 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. in the US time. And because I ended up not letting my ad spend during that time due to that due to that card processing issue, I woke up to like basically no revenue. And then I fixed that issue. But because I didn't spend for the first 12 hours of the day, it just suddenly started spending like crazy at a bad time. So yesterday we're at 1.98 ROAS, which is still really good. Like that's still insane. But normally I'll get a 2.9 to a 3.8 ROAS. So past 2 days is 740 profit, 770, 360, and today I'm at 719. That just feels insane. Like, what? If this continues, like, that is crazy stuff. 700 profit a day. 700 USD. So in my where I'm from in New Zealand, that's 700 USD is like 1.2k NZD, and that's the median salary for a week. Median weekly salary, probably 1.2k times 12, 52, 60k. Yeah, that sounds about right. So weekly median salary in one day consistently for the past 3 to 4 days is pretty nuts. And honestly, ever since that day, the first day where I made the image ad, I could have just done literally nothing and scaled the budget up 20% every day and probably had the same results. The only improvements I've done in the past week or so was bumping up the price slightly, adding a tiny bit of shipping cost so that it doesn't, when someone is in the checkout screen, they've already filled out their credit card address, they see that tiny 2.45 USD shipping, it's not gonna affect any of the conversions. So what other changes did I make? Also the email flows, which increased some value, as well as I've tried testing several more ads, but none of them stuck. Also added a few more sections on the website, I guess, but nothing really major. I've pretty much kept everything the same since the first day. And yeah, I honestly don't know. I feel like I don't know anything. If this ad dies out, then I'm cooked. That's what I feel like. And the ad is just so simple. It's just an offer. It's just literally just an offer ad. Offer plus headline. And I think I'm just taking away all the hard work of my competitors, because there's so many brands running this product. Like so many brands running this product. If I go to Meta Ads Library and I type this keyword up, I see 50 brands. I actually see some brands ripping off my photos. 50 brands, and then with like 5 new brands every day. And 80% of them use Shrine. Yeah. They all look the same. Like all their websites look exactly the same. Well, my website don't look much different. So yeah. So I feel like I'm just taking the hard work. I'm benefiting off the hard work that some of the other brands are doing, because I see some brands making some pretty good videos, pretty informative, educating videos. And there have been a lot of brands long before I did have run this brand for some time now. So I feel like all I'm doing is I'm coming in with a decent page, a decent branding with my IG, Facebook, with some good posts, and bought some followers, of course. And I have a good offer. I have a good offer. I have a very straightforward offer ad. And I'm just taking all of the warm audience, the hot audience who are ready to buy, who has already been educated by my competitors. They've got their credit cards out because it's Q4. They're like ready to buy. And I just come in with my offer and my landing page. And they're like, okay, I'll buy from you because you have a good offer. And that's literally what I'm doing. That's literally what I'm doing. I picked a product with a big audience pool, with a lot of brands running it, but there's no like big brands who are killing it with this product. So here I come with my offer and my shitty brand and I'm just taking everything. I'm just taking not everything. I'm taking a decent portion of the audience that my competitors have curated over time. Yeah, I'm not targeting any of the bottom of funnel. I'm not targeting any problem unaware, solution unaware. I'm targeting the warmest of the audience. And it works. It's been working. It's been working for my other brand as well. So yeah, I'm sorry for the long yap, guys. I feel like such an imposter, honestly. I'll make another video tomorrow going a little bit deeper into this whole thing, this reflecting upon my journey so far. Because honestly, I am, in terms of dropshipping, this is technically my 3rd month doing dropshipping, because I started in March, did it till end of April, and then from April until like mid-September, I was in the e-commerce trenches. I was trying to basically start my supplement brands back then, and it was just a whole lot of compliance, legal issues, and formulations, a lot of stuff. Never really got my foot off the ground, and yeah, it's almost done for those brands. But during those 5 months, I was basically just I would say not really involved in any of the dropshipping stuff, like testing products, running ads, those type of things. So in terms of dropshipping, this is technically my 3rd month. So when it comes to more technical things like market sophistication, like diving in different avatars, crafting the perfect avatar for your product, going into different angles, different concepts, and copywriting, using VSLs, advertorials, pre-landers. I don't know. I'm like a big newbie in all of those things. I feel like I don't know any of them well. I know it to like some extent, but nowhere near well. And I feel like I just got really, really lucky with this product. It's great cogs, and I come in with a good offer, and it just took off. So tomorrow, if things go well, might hit the first 2K day. Yeah, but I don't know when this ad will die out. It's been killing over the past 10 days, but who knows how long it will last. It might die out tomorrow, might die out the next week. But Q4 is looking strong. It's only looking stronger with so many competitors coming every day, and they're just educating the audience for me. And I am just sitting here doing nothing and taking the fruits of my competitors' labor. But yeah, that's all for this video. If you watched all the way to the end, leave me a comment. I love you, man. I'll see you in the next video.